Hello, everyone, and welcome to Billy's Home Life. I have decided to do an updated what's in my freezer video for you today. So let's jump in my freezers and see what I have. I do have three. So right now we are inside of an old-fashioned refrigerator where the bottom part, the majority of it is the fridge, and then there's just a little tiny freezer on top. Then I'm going to take you to my side by side, and then lastly I will take you down into my basement where I have a large stand-up freezer. So this freezer here I have kind of turned into my breakfast freezer. So on the door here, these are all containers of juice, and this is all fruit for making smoothies. I do have some ice packs here, as you can see. And then inside here, all of these Tupperware containers are filled with homemade muffins. That's one of my kids' favorite things for breakfast is homemade muffins, and I didn't want to bake in the summer. So before it got really warm out, I made several batches, and I just kind of have them portioned out into different Tupperware containers. So there's chocolate chip muffins, there's pumpkin muffins, full muffins. There's some banquet brown and serves. There's more in the back, and then you can see I have some store-bought donuts there. More muffins. I have some Thomas's swirl bread, the cinnamon bread that is yummy for toast. I do have 2 packs of bagels in here as well. This is like a half a package of bacon. And then in these Ziploc baggies here, these are homemade waffles and pancakes. When I make waffles and pancakes, if there's batter left over and everyone is full, I just keep cranking them out and stick them in the freezer because it's very easy to just stick those in the toaster or the microwave, and it's a really fast breakfast. Gonna pause you here and we will hop over to the next freezer. Okay, freezer number 2. Up on the top here, I have a bunch of ice cream treats. This box here is little mini Klondike bars, and I do have some gloves on. This starts to hurt after a while. The fingers turn red and they get too cold. Some Italian ice. There are homemade popsicles way in the back. I have a tub of Halo Top here, more Italian ice, and then I have a bunch of these icy slushy things for the kids. Next shelf, you can see I have a tub of ice cream, and then in these plastic containers in Ziploc baggies are homemade cookies that I portioned out just like I did with the muffins. I just wanted us to be able to have homemade cookies in the summer without turning the oven on. The next shelf, this is just all ice cube trays. Next shelf, this plastic bin is filled with more ice cream treats. One of the reasons for wanting to do a low spend, get rid of some of the junk food. This is just full of Freezy Pops. These are the kids' little Dixie cups that are filled with ice cream. This is an ice cream bar. Just full of ice cream treats. The next shelf, this is like chicken nuggets, French fries for the kids. There is a bunch of frozen corn back there. That's a bag of hamburger buns. And then this is chopped up celery. The bottom bin, there is a bag of chicken patties, but other than that, this is all frozen veggies. Just any veggie that you can possibly think of. Beans, corn, peas, broccoli, it's all in here. This is just full. I can't fit any more in here. And then the door here, this is a bunch of randomness, just weird stuff that kind of doesn't fit into any category. A container of Cool Whip, a bag of mozzarella. This has chopped up peppers and onions in it, a bag of shrimp. I have 2 bags of that imitation crab meat. This is just a freezer cup. I have 1 lonely hamburger bun here. This is a bag of yeast. There is a bag of pizza dough and another freezer pack for lunch boxes. This is some leftovers that I had froze so that it didn't get wasted. This is like homemade chili sauce for hot dogs. There is some taco meat, refried beans, and then at the very top there, I have a couple more of these slushy things for the kids. Okay, number 3 coming up. Okay, we are downstairs in my basement at my stand-up freezer, and I apologize, it is very dark down here. I'll try to do my best. So this is the door. I do have a loaf of bread in the top shelf. The second shelf there is some yogurt for making smoothies. I have some butter. I have more ice cream treats and some of those Ghirardelli chocolates. These are Nathan's favorites, or one of his favorites, and they only come out at Christmas time. So I brought several bags of these clearanced after Christmas so that he could enjoy them all year. I have some Brown and Serve sausages, and that Ziploc bag there has walnuts in it, and there's a couple of little containers of fruit again to make smoothies. There's 2 more loaves of bread there, and there is a lonely candy bar at the bottom. I got those candy bars clearanced at Walgreens. I did have more of them, so that's it. That's the last one that's left. The top shelf here is supposed to be all bread. At the very bottom here, there is a chocolate pie, so I know that doesn't belong there. I do try to keep this freezer very organized. I know that looks messy, but I do try really hard to keep this organized so that we don't lose anything and nothing gets wasted. But anyways, this is mostly bread. I have sub rolls, tortilla shells, hamburger hot dog buns. There's a couple loaves of French bread. There's a box of bread sticks. Did I say non-bread? More sub rolls. There is a frozen pizza, soft pretzels, and another loaf of bread that looks like rye, and there are more hot dog buns back there. So this next shelf is dedicated to beef. So if it is a beef product, it is on this shelf. So ground beef, hamburger patties, cube steaks, regular steaks. If it's beef, it's on that shelf. And this is deep and it's kind of stacked. There's kind of like 2 rows in there. I don't think I'm going to take everything out though. We would be here all day. And let me grab my light again. Maybe you can see a little better. It is 2 rows deep. It's just full. So the next shelf is all pork. If it's a pork product, it is on this shelf here. So sausage, pork chops, breakfast sausage. There's hot dogs in here. I know hot dogs can get made out of anything, but the hot dogs are on this shelf. There are pork tenderloins in there. It is just full. The next shelf is for chicken, and there is a little bit of room. So I could buy more chicken, but again, just like the other categories, if it's a chicken product, it is on this shelf right here. So breast, thighs, drumsticks, there are some chicken sausage. It is the only shelf that I could fit more in. This bottom shelf here is mostly fruits and veggies. There is a bag in there, as you can see. Let me get that out of the way for you. This is a freezer bag. You're supposed to be able to leave that in the freezer and then not have to like use ice packs in it. There is some shredded cheese. I shredded myself, and that's what's in those Ziploc baggies there. These are my homegrown blackberries and raspberries. There are some more freezer packs in here. That is a bag of shredded zucchini. There's just more store-bought frozen veggies as well. Just more bags of green beans. These are my meal kits that I brought a couple of grocery hauls ago. These Bird's Eye meal kits. Just mostly, whoa, and I'm knocking my shredded cheese over. I apologize, it is so dark down here. We do have a couple of things of tilapia down here just because we really don't eat a lot of seafood. I'm really the only one in my house that likes it. So I do not have a shelf or a category dedicated to seafood. There's just not enough of it to say so. There is some rhubarb, actually, some fresh rhubarb that I chopped and stuck in the freezer for making pies and other desserts. So this is it, guys. This was all 3 of my freezers. You can see how full we are here and how much we're working with. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Take care.